I thought this one would be appropriate because I've had a bit of a jump in my number of subscribers, a few hundred more in recent days, which is not something I take for granted. It's not something I expect to happen on a regular basis. I think it's kind of come with a video I made recently, Sunak's cynical welfare threats, or cynical threats to welfare. I can't remember what the precise title was. But on that video, I've had almost 10,000 views in about a week since I made it, um, which is certainly the most views any video of mine has got in a few years. It's not at the very top. I had a video back in the mid 2010s that got up to 33,000 views, but that's, for this channel, for a small channel, that is definitely good to see. Um, and there's no magic recipe as to what is it makes a video, get more traction, because the videos I have that have the most views, there's no particular pattern to them. There's nothing I can point to and say, oh, that's what gets the most views. So it's just pot luck, really. Um, but I want to use this as an opportunity to welcome new subscribers. Maybe you came across that video and you're wondering what I'm all about. So I cover a lot of subjects. I mean, you may have come across the introduction video anyway, but I'll just say this in passing. I mainly cover current affairs, socio-political issues. Occasionally I cover culture. Occasionally I cover abstract sort of things. By culture, I mean film reviews. Occasionally I'll do kind of abstract things like ideas, philosophy, that sort of thing. But most of my content, I think it's fair to say, is just the news, things that are going on. It's what interests me. It's things that I think are important. I am opinionated. I won't deny that. I have strong views on a lot of subjects. My politics are in the centre ground. So this is an important point because you may come across a video and find that in that particular video I'm left leaning, and then you'll be disappointed because you'll see a video where I'm more conservative, or vice versa. You'll see a video where I'm coming out with a conservative position, and then another video where I'm more to the left. So all I can say is I'm true to myself and I believe what I believe. My politics is centre ground. When we, bring it all together, and if it's to do like the median position, that would be it. Um, there isn't really much more to say. Just thank you for your support. Um, if you do leave a comment, I may get back to it, but I cannot guarantee that. Particularly on that video, I mean, it's got now 250 comments. There's no way I'm going to be able to reply to each individual one without inadvertently missing someone. So rather than doing that, I'll just not reply to any because it's just not practically. I mean, it is possible I could sit down and just reply to each individual one, but I would run the risk of then missing someone else. So please be understanding of that. I do value feedback, but I may not reply to every individual comment. I will try, particularly on other videos, I'll try and get back to people if there's only a few comments. But if you've left a comment and I haven't replied, please don't take it personally. Please feel free to come along to a live stream. Now I do these periodically. There's no set time. It's not like it's like 3 o'clock on a Thursday or something. It's totally spontaneous, which I think is good because I have subscribers from around the world, which accommodates different time zones, and it also means if you happen to miss one, you'll get the next one. So, or if at some point you'll come across one of my live streams, even if you join in 10, 20 minutes later, that's okay. Um, there isn't really much more to say. This channel, what you see is what you get. I don't have any special effects. There's nothing flashy about this channel. I don't have some sort of big studio. It's just a guy talking about his views on things from the comfort of his living room in my flat, and that's it really. Um, yeah, that's it. So thank you for your support. And to existing subscribers, you'll have some idea what I'm about. Thank you too for your support. There isn't really much more to say. I don't really do requests because I tend to find that would become a bit too procedural. I need to be thinking about something. I need to really be in the mood for it to talk about it. Whereas if people start saying, "Can you talk about this? Can you talk about that?" It's not that I'm not interested in the subject. It's just that I do tend to make videos quite spontaneously. Like I'll be thinking, okay, that's on my mind at that particular time, so that's why I do it that way. But certainly, if there was a consensus on a particular subject, like a lot of people were saying, "Can you talk about this?" Maybe then I would consider it. But I never plan out videos, other than quoting the journalist when I'm reading out news reports. I don't sort of sit down with notes and say, "Okay, part one, I'm going to talk about." No, it's very spontaneous, and I like it that way. I think it's natural. It's the way I want to approach this. It may well be in the future that the direction of the videos change, the whole approach, the whole style. But for now, this is kind of an informal approach. I'm just being candid. I'm just saying what's on my mind. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. Feel free to share, and if you haven't subscribed, please do so. If I think if the channel expands, it will give me more scope to look at potential options in the future. But for now, this is the approach I'm taking. Thanks a lot.